Hi friends, it's Navneet here again with some more questions to you for MPS and ATP calculation. Uh, we have seen in our last video how to calculate ATP and MPS. It was one of the basic problems. Now we'll go for some difficult problems, or we can say advanced problem, in which we will see what to do when ATP is in negative. So let's go through the question again. Here we have a forecast and actual production order that we received from our customer. Opening inventory level is given to us is 64 and production lot size is 70. And as usual, minimum inventory level allowed is 0 unit. So let's go for the solution. Now again, opening inventory is given over 64. Requirement, again it's a maximum value of customer order or forecast. We have to select maximum one. So, so it's 33. Now net inventory before production. It's net inventory means how much we are, whether we are in shortage, excess, or we are at level that we have to check over here. So it's equal to what we have with us minus what we require. So 31 in positive means we are having surplus of inventory with us. So there will be no requirement for any MPS. Equal to if our requirement is less than 0, then we have to produce our lot size of 70, or else there will be no production. Okay. Then projected inventory, what we are left after production of this, or production and fulfilling the order of this particular week. So it's equal to what we produced, what was our opening, minus what was our requirement. 31. Okay. Now project opening inventory for this week is closing inventory of previous week. So we have, again we will have to copy this down. Same formulas over there. Okay. Then again projected inventory. So now I will just copy down these formulas till next few weeks. We can see that here it's negative, that we are falling, our inventory level is getting below 0, that is we are sort of the requirement. So there will be production. Again over there we are in shortage of inventory, there will be production, and so on. Now lastly, available to promise ATP. ATP is calculated for first week and for every cycle whenever there is MPS. So for ATP is different for first week, and it's same for same calculation is done for remaining. First week we will go for what we are having in our opening inventory plus what we produce that week minus customer order till next MPS cycle. So we can see that in week 3 we are having next MPS cycle. So before up till that we will take in consideration. So minus week 2 and week 3. So I am available ATP for this week is 31. That is, we are having excess of 31 quantity with us, which our sales or marketing department can sell off in the market. That is, this is extra quantity that we can fulfill except our MPS requirement. So next, in this there is no MPS. It's equal to what we produced minus what's customer requirement till next MPS cycle. I think there is some error in the formula. I will type it again. 70 minus this minus this. Nextly, we having an ATP over here is equal to what we produced this week and what's our requirement and this 68. Now you can see that here we are not having any customer order, so whatever we produce will be available for available to promise. That is, the whatever we will be producing will be excess quantity that our marketing or sales department can force in market to sell off. So it's equal to what we produced minus what was the order. It's nothing. It's just 0. So whatever we produced, that's available for sales in the market. So this was again repetition of what we solved last time, just for review, that what how to solve MPS and how to solve ATP. Now we will go for some different problem in which we will get ATP negative. So what's its conclusion or what's its significance, that we will see over there. Okay, yeah. Here again it's given over there that 60 is opening quantity and lot size is 20. So I'll type put down a problem for you. Forecast and actual order quantity. Forecast we have 22. These are some hypothetical figure I'm just taking down to so as to make you understand how what's the significance of negative ATP. Okay, 19, 18, 20, 18, 22. Okay, the requirement just kick out now. What we are having minus what we require is equal to if this value, sorry, if this value less than 0, then 20, since our product lot size is 20, or else it's 0. Predicted inventory equal to what we produced, what we carried from our previous cycle, minus what was our requirement. Okay, we'll just copy down this formula over here. I'll just put it down for the rest also. It's quite clear now for you how to do. Okay. Oh, actually I put down some wrong info over here. I'll put it again for you. Production lot size it's 60 and opening was 20. Sorry for that. So it's 20 over here. It's 60 over here. What is 60 over 0? It's okay. Okay, fine. Now for first ATP, what is for first cycle, it's equal to what we produced plus what was our opening inventory for previous cycle minus what's requirement till next MPS cycle. So now our next MPS cycle is in week 2, so we'll take over to here only. So this is minus, so it's 1. Okay, again the 16, so there will be ATP equal to what we produced minus what's customer ordered till next MPS cycle. So next MPS cycle is in week 4, so we'll subtract till week 4 minus this minus week 3 order. Okay, it's done. 22. Now in week 4 equal to what we produced this week minus what we are bound to sell in this week minus next week's order minus next week's order, because in both the weeks there is no MPS. So we are getting over here minus 10. What exactly this minus signifies to us, because minus 10 means we are not able to fulfill our customer requirement. So to understand clearly, we are having minus 10. Minus 10 means that we are not able to fulfill the customer order, but we can see that there is no MPS requirement, so we are actually fulfilling. But we are fulfilling this requirement due to our previous carry forward thing, like whatever we produced in week 2 was carry forward to week 3, and whatever we what carry forward to week 3, and in week 3 there was less requirement, so we were left with 17 quantity that was forwarded to week 4. That's why we were able to fulfill the requirements of coming weeks, like week 4, week 5, week 6. But in case if we are neglecting these things, then if we are starting our cycle from this week 4, then we are falling short of week 10 quantity. So what we will do, we, uh, we'll ask our marketing or sales department not to push 22 quantity from here. We'll ask them to push only 12 quantity, and remaining 10 quantity will be transferred over here. Or else what we can do, we can if all the quantity, all these extra quantity are there, we are asking our sales and marketing team to sell off. If they are able to sell off, then we will be in shortage of 10 quantity. So what we can do in that case, we have to take one more MP cycle in any of these two as per our requirement. So either we have to keep our 10 quantity from this cycle, or we have to go for one extra MP cycle. So that's the significance of minus ATP. Minus ATP means if we are not having any backlog, that is if we are not having any surplus of inventory from our previous cycle, then we are going to have a shortage of 10 quantity. If we are having surplus of previous cycle, then it's okay, then we can manage. So this is the significance of negative quantity. Whenever this is positive or zero, means that whatever we are producing in this week, or whatever we are getting through MPS cycle, we will be able to fulfill the requirement, whether we are having our backlogs, or whether we are having surplus quantity or not. So this was the main thing that I was to convey to you, that what's the main significance of this negative 10. Hopes we got the thing that I wanted to tell you. Thank you. Then we'll come with some new formula, new concepts, and new things. Till then, bye. Thank you.